not that far in this game so far. There's not a lot going on. I played it for about 3 hours.
Oh, no.
So you can see this, yes. So how much Final Fantasy X have you played, Lucas?
About the first hour.
You played the first hour, so what's the last thing you remember that you did when you played it?
So I basically got out of that tutorial section where you're like on the bridge and whatnot, like escaping town.
Okay, so you literally didn't even do anything. Did you meet Riku? Did you go underwater?
No.
You didn't meet Riku, you didn't meet Waka. Okay, well, I was expecting you to have played more of the game, so we've...
No, I've kind of tangentially know a lot about the game and the characters through like you and another friend that's really into this game.
Oh, okay, well, we've just made our way to Kilika, Sin attacked, and fuck shit up.
Oh, okay.
And you also need to be aware of the gimmick of the stream is I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. And I put shorts on today as well, because Titus wears shorts.
Oh, okay.
So I wore shorts and a Hawaiian shirt. You know, stick with like the summery theme.
Yeah.
It's a summery game, isn't it?
You gotta wear that Hawaiian shirt while you're watching some Blitzball.
You gotta do it. And then Lewis Helms, he redeemed the thing to get told to fuck off, so fuck off. So we're gonna... and what we did last time is I beat Ochu, who's supposedly gonna be like the guardian of the forest, and I just messed him up.
Wait, like, isn't Ochu in Final Fantasy normally like a really mega boss?
Well, in this bit, yeah, it's a beginner boss, but it's tough to beat,
okay.
and I just like kicked its ass. So, oh yeah, I realised I've got to switch out my teammates. Let's bring in Waka. You ready, Lucas, for my favourite thing ever? Huh? Look at that man! And then you know what? Kimahri on it. Oh no, I forgot. Ugh.
Okay, so I didn't know about Kimahri.
Do you know about Kimahri? He's the blue mage. I adore that like when Lulu attacks and he doesn't do any damage, and it's like, I just thought I'd give it a try, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? But you can tell like
I've
Kimahri.
seen like posters of the group in Final Fantasy X before and never noticed Kimahri.
It's because he doesn't talk.
Okay.
At all.
Blows can't hurt it, huh?
It did?
Only magic can hurt this one.
You know what? Fuck you. Only magic can hurt this one. We're gonna do this. Just sheer aggression will get us through this one, Lucas.
Just zero magic whatsoever.
We don't need magic. We got aggression. Aggression's what's gonna win this battle.
The moment Karl gets told, no, you need to use magic, so fuck you.
I don't like that character. Like, her role in the game is like negated by the fact you've got Yuna, because you can turn Yuna into a black mage and a white mage.
Mm-hmm.
So you effectively don't need Lulu ever. Also, you might be able to help me with this one, Lucas. Like, I'm getting audio feedback from my own microphone. How do I stop that? Do you know, like when you can hear your own voice just a little bit? It's like echoing a little bit in my head. How would I stop that? Ooh, scout. So I'm just gonna like run around this forest and
I got
level
that
up
a little while ago. How did I? I'm trying to think like how the fuck did I stop that?
Titus. Yeah.
It might have been that I just changed my volume mixer a bit.
Oh, okay.
Because it might be that you're like you've got your volume mixer stuck on like the wrong thing, maybe, or maybe it's that in OBS your settings are on the wrong output.
Maybe. Either way.
Because if you're getting like desktop output, maybe that's it.
Do you know what I love about this? Like, blows can't hurt it. We can fucking kill it, alright. How manly does that look?
So, presuming you just, similar to like when we played Final Fantasy VIII, you just know how to break this.
I have min-maxed the fuck out of this one. Mm-hmm. So, what I've done immediately is, I'll show you the sphere grid, because the sphere grid is broken if you know how to work it.
Oh, right, yes, yeah.
Now this thing can't attack us, we've stolen all its MP, look. So, we've stolen all its MP, so we can't do any damage to us. It literally can't attack, so we can just keep doing this, look. And it can't do anything because it has no MP anymore.
Hell.
Oh wait, how's it casting a spell?
It can't attack without MP.
How can it attack us without MP? We know it's going to MP. Fuck it up, Whacker. Dun, 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 dun. Just getting our spheres.
Oh, wait, no.
Just leveling up a little bit. We got the sphere grid, Lucas. We'll show you here. You'll notice that my entire party is on the same part of the sphere grid. And do you know why that is? It's because the sphere grid is this big, look. Right. And the idea is that every member of your party goes a different direction of the sphere grid. Because the sphere grid Like in one direction is more built towards a mage, and in another direction is more built towards a sentinel. In another direction is more built towards healing, a thief, what have you. If you just put them all smack bam in the middle, and you wait just a little bit, because you see this here, this level 1 lock blocking the way. Once you unlock that, you send your entire party down here and get these 2 abilities: steal and use.
Oh.
And now my entire party can steal and use hand grenades. So you can have like Yuna throwing hand grenades. It's like Yuna's got a hack, because you don't normally get that ability till halfway through the game when Riku joins the party. But if you just wait just a little bit and open this up and just let everybody have this, and you also give everyone Lancet, because Lancet means that you're able to just restore MP for free. And normally restoring MP is really difficult in this game. You either need an ether, you need a special ability, or you have like an attack thing. But if you've got Lancet, you just get a free MP restore for every single member of your party. And MP is required to do near enough every action in the game. Even just stuff like special attacks and things like that.
Oh, right, okay.
So, yeah, just give everyone Lancet, give everyone Steal and Thief and Use. So then every member of your party can steal stuff, and every member of your party can use hand grenades. And there's nothing more hilarious than just seeing Yuna with a hand grenade. It's a Tidus.
I don't know. I can't find anything online about, like sorting out an echo on OBS.
It's fine. It's just one of those things where it's probably just because it's a new microphone and it's like fancy. So let's bring her in, because we just want to kill this thing fast.
Now what?
Now what? And it's thunder, which means we use water.
Anyone thirsty?
Can you hear like the absolute just shit chatting? And that's what I love about this game. They constantly shit talk. It's great. It's like, anybody thirsty? And I'm just doing this to get lots of spheres, because we need lots of spheres for leveling up.
Oh, right, okay. So already on that grind.
Yep. Keep an eye out for any sin spawn. So Sin, I'm guessing you know Sin like the big bad.
Sin's like is it like the giant whale in this one?
Yes, the gravity whale. And Sin spawn is things that fall off of Sin.
Okay.
And one of the things I adore about this game is that other RPGs, like Joe, when you go into a battle, if you're not equipped for that battle, you're fucked. I remember in like Final Fantasy VIII when we went into a battle, and it's like, I told you, if the final boss picks the wrong party members, you die.
Oh yeah.
In this, it's like, oh man, I kind of think I need to bring a new party member in. Doesn't require an act, and it doesn't require an action. That's the important thing. Because I can just do it as much. Oh no, actually, I made a mistake.
Yeah, I noticed that was like just really fast and fluid when you started swapping the people out.
And that's the idea of, and these like beginner arenas teach you that you want a balanced party. So for example, Wakka's really good at taking out flying things. But once I've taken them out, if I go back to Wakka, just like switch him in for somebody else. So it makes you build a balanced party. And if you happen to fight an enemy where like, oh, you attack it, and you not do a lot of damage. And say for example, like the weapon I'm using is not very good. You can do that. You can switch you switch your weapons and armor on the fly as well. Like say if you've got an armor that gives you like a resistance to whatever the enemy's using, and you have a shield on you that does that, switch your arm. Why not?
Yeah.
So you're encouraged to just bam, switch up as much as possible.
You're not too bad.
Yeah.
Ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, that's cool. It's like solving that problem of power leveling the same characters over and over, isn't it?
Yep. It's just every party member has a use, and realistically, by the end of this game, every member of my party is going to be able to do everything. One of the things I appreciate is that even if you, say, for example, give everybody the same abilities, some characters are still going to be better at using them. Like, Lulu and Yuna will always be better at casting magic, because they just naturally have a higher magic stat.
Yeah, I was experiencing that with like Final Fantasy 13 of like one of the things that people say its biggest strength is like, oh, but you can make any character do whatever you want, but then the moment you look into the stats, it's like, well, somebody can be a Ravager, but like, there are 2 characters that are the best 2 Ravagers in the game, so why would you make anyone else your Ravagers?
Yeah.
And like, oh, well, like, you know, Hope is the best medic in the game, and Vanille's the second best medic, so why would I make like Sars my medic when there's 2 characters that are inherently better at being a medic?
These stone steps have a history, you know.
And in this game, this works. It's because, it's got some story shit here.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
So basic story so far is the gravity whale attacked us. We've woken up 1,000 years in the future, and Wakka's like, "Hey, join my blitzball team."
Wait, this is 1,000 years in the future.
Yes, you wake up 1,000 years in the future.
Think you can beat
This
me?
doesn't look very futuristic compared to like the starting city we were in.
Well, that's the thing, because like sin attacks and technology no longer
If
exists.
you would.
Right, okay.
You ready for this?
Ready?
So it's like
Oh, look at her go! No,
the
fuck you.
opening of the opening of the game is like, oh, you're in like this really futuristic looking city with the giant Blitzball Stadia.
Do you want to see my favourite detail as well, Lucas? No, not today. Like, Kimahri, what's up? Nope, I've not earned his respect. What about Lulu?
Kids.
Like, we look the same age.
Yeah.
It's like, Kimahri, what do you think? Oh, okay. Just, nope. God, I love Kimahri. He's my favourite character, he's always my bro. I always make sure to have, like, bro Kimahri on my team.
Hmm.
Oh, no! Yeah, look at this cool thing. So we straight into a boss fight, Lucas.
Okay, now.
We just beat
Getting
Sin.
right in here in time. Just all the tentacles.
I don't want to fight with Tentacles. Bam! Super cool, though, innit? Got my team, so immediately, no. Just fuck these things up.
Oh,
Don't-
okay.
Don't, yep.
That really threw me off.
That you can attack behind. Oh shit, it's resistance to water. He got,
Absorbing your damage.
he got healed by the water. So that means if it's resistant to water, thunder's what we need. Thunder! Let's do it. Perfect. So Waka can't do any damage to it, but Tidus can.
So is it better to just like swap Whacker out?
You can just switch his weapon if you like.
Oh, cool.
If you like to. So we can just like do this. Look, we can go weapon. Got his water ball. Let's put Scout on.
The official one.
Official ball, yeah. Official, like it does lots of damage
Hmm.
as well. Thunder! We need to kill this thing. This thing needs to die. There we go. Let's just like sort this shit right out. Tentacles! And that's what I love as well, like sensor as well, where it just tells you how much health they have. Oh, I lost a lot of damage. So it's healed by water. Oh, actually, fire just does neutral damage to it, look. It has no resistance to fire, so fire will hit for neutral damage. There we go. And now we can kick the shit out of this thing. Dark attack. Bam! Oh, he's immune. He's immune to being blinded.
So is this like the HD version, or is this?
It is, yeah.
original?
This is the remastered version. That's slightly better.
This is the remaster. It's hard to tell through Discord because everything looks blurry anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's the remaster being like taken back away.
It is, yes. So let's try some magic.
Although I suppose in my, I don't know, is it widescreen normally? Because it was like a launch game, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. The remaster does look very pretty though.
I can't remember whether like FFX was widescreen originally.
Well, this thing hates it really doesn't like fire. Well, either way, we can just like kick its ass. Because Kimahri has a piercing weapon which hits through armor. We got this. Special. Let's it. Bam! And that's the thing as well. Every character has unique animations for attacks like that.
Oh, that's cool.
So even though, like, technically
Oh, look at
Yuna's
this.
not, she's not supposed to have lance it, she still has an animation for doing it.
I suppose because they knew that people would be able to like mess around with the sphere grid so that you could get it.
Yeah, it's 100% by design. So let's bring Whacker in. Now Whacker's ready. Just throw the ball right in his face.
I just had a little look and it's like, oh no, Final Fantasy X wasn't widescreen, but
Now it
it
is.
looks nice.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gonna hurt. Oh, Kimahri. Kimahri fucking took that like a man. We all saw it.
It does always like baffle the mind that they can take this old game,
Make it look as
and-
good.
make it look that good widescreen where like it wasn't originally. I'm like, how do they do that without just stretching it out? Like, you know, like when you had the Game Boy Advance and you put the Game Boy games in and it like stretched out.
I'll be honest, it's a little bit zoomed in. This is very zoomed in
Oh,
what
is
it
it?
used to be. And look how close the camera is to like Whacker and stuff.
Well, I don't really have context for what it would look like otherwise.
It's still though like the definitive version of a game because of all the extra stuff they put in.
Yeah, yeah.
And as you can see as well, like, this is just a beginner boss, like, teach you, like, sometimes magic is what you want to do. It doesn't really do much damage, so there's not really much threat posed by this. Because at this point in the game, only one character can cast magic, so it's the only... It'd be a bit unfair to make it so it does shit tons of damage already.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
I actually, like... I mean, not knowing what Final Fantasy games were, like... If you rented the game... Oh my god.
That looks so
You
funny.
rented the game back in the day, and you, like, open up Final Fantasy 7 or 8 and see, like, 3-4 discs.
And
you
like,
know that you're not finishing that.
It was like this game back in the day when I first booted it up and I got that opening cutscene. And it's just like death metal starts playing, like, and I'm like, what the fuck
When
is
the
this?
opening of the game is, like, an hour long, you know that you're not going to complete it in that one red hole.
So I'm going to wake Kimahri up, because against boss fights, well, I like the switching mechanics. You just switch every character in. Even if they're not useful, we'll let them get one hit. Always let them get that one hit in.
Is the yellow bar, is that like the limit break bar kind of thing?
Yes, and annoyingly you can't change how they earn their limit break, so every character now has their stoic limit break fill, which is just as they take damage. But the later in the game, or the more stuff you do, say for example if you deal a lot of damage, you'll unlock damage dealer, a warrior I think it is, so as you deal damage to the enemy, then your limit break fills up, which means you can fill your limit break up multiple times in a match, like against bosses and stuff. And you also get one like healer, and you give that to Una and just make her use pray every turn. Because she's basically healing 3 characters at once for like 500 health, and it just fills a limit break bar up instantly. Kimahri!
Cool. Like, at least there's still ways to break it.
Yeah, of course there is. That you can get like multiple limit breaks per turn. You always bring him in.
But that's the thing is, I think that's when RPGs become the most fun, is when you can, like, you know, build in a way to make things broken as fuck, whereas...
Oh, it's gonna happen, Lucas.
Oh.
Bam! Ooh, it's dead.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you're not
like,
tough.
in any RPG where it's like, oh yeah, you can build craft and spend a load of time coming up with a cool thing, and then it like restricts it, or it doesn't work as you'd think it does, and it's just really plain and boring. It's like, ah. Oh.
Yeah, that's why I like this game so
much.
much.
Be really broken.
I replay it every year just because I like... Do you know what? This time, Kimahri's going to be my damage dealer. This year, kicked its ass.
Sorry about that. Hope to break you in a little slower.
That was real tough.
Being a guardian's tiring.
It really is.
You handle yourself pretty well.
It's so hard. It's such hard work.
Hey.
And Kimahri's there, look,
So,
no fucks
where do
given.
these sins spawn anyway?
Pretending that he didn't die during that fight.
Fiends. They fall from Sin's body and are left behind in its wake.
There we
Leave him
go.
alone and Sin comes back for him. You gotta be quick.
That's rough, innit? So not only do you get attacked by Sin,
I had talent
absolutely destroys your city, and then he
think
comes
that
back for
was
the
when I
monsters he leaves
started
behind and destroys it
seriously
again.
Considering becoming a guardian.
And here we go. Everyone gets a level up, and I think... Ah, okay, so we've not got a level 1 sphere yet to open up Steal and Thief. It's one of the first things you get with you, so I won't be moving around much until I get that. Because it lets you break the game. And we unlock something new for Kimahri. Kimahri got a new thing, look. The Dusk Lance, which has Dark Touch and Piercing.
Oh, okay.
So Dark Touch is just... Touch is a chance to inflict the status ailment. Strike is a guaranteed chance. Or it's more guaranteed.
Right,
it's like 90% chance. If you have like Dark Strike, it's like almost every hit will hit for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've got a new Aeon coming up as well.
Just a few. It's a big
Aeons
deal
are the
when one
summons,
shows
right?
up, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, since one of you believe me about Xanarkand...
So I presume it's just like the classic Final Fantasy ones of like you've got your Bahamut's and all that. Like,
Bahamut's the last one yet.
of course, yeah.
And then there's a couple of bonus ones which I'm going to endeavour to get.
Maybe they just pop back, see?
I do and don't like the fact that it's always, you know,
Simply
Leviathan and Odin, and like, it's always the same ones, which
One theory
is
after
cool, but
another,
also at the same
refusing
time,
to face
like,
the simple truth.
I always get a bit disappointed because it's not going into the game like, oh, what are the new summons going to be?
I do appreciate though when it's like the classics and they redesign them. Like Irithit in this game and Shiva. This is the best version of Shiva that's ever
And
existed.
one more thing.
Oh, cool.
Because she
No
has
matter
like
how
the
much
sassy
you want
clicks. It's just the...
No one can take Chapu's place. No
The
one can
Obos attack.
replace Sir Jack, for that matter.
It's so good.
And there's no replacement for Lord Braska either.
Oh, shut up, Lulu.
It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
So Chapu was Wakka's brother who died.
Oh god.
And he looked exactly like Tidus. So when Tidus rocks up, he's like, oh. This
Oh,
must
it's
be
my
a
brother.
sign.
Oh no, it's not.
Stuff happens.
And then when he's talking
It's
about
not
like
to
maybe
worry.
my brother's still alive, and Lulu's like, no, he's not. It's like, well,
Lulu.
give me hope.
And
Let
walking
me have
brother,
some hope.
Jakku.
Just shutting him the fuck
Something had
down.
happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh,
whatever
wait.
it was none of my
He
business.
talks
that's
to
for
you.
Sure.
Okay.
Best not to go.
Oh, he's not
there.
talking to us. He's just narrating itself. He's telling his story.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like kind of fourth wall narration though. Like.
Yeah, the game is framed as if like it's Tidus telling his story.
Okay, that's
Like
weird.
the intro is him. The intro to the game is them sat at like a campfire, and it's him telling his story.
Oh yes, of course it is. That's the opening cutscene, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, like here I am, and this is my story.
These badasses coming in. That's it. What do you want? Climbing these stone steps kept me in shape. Haven't caught a cold in years. Okay. I'm going to pray real hard so that sin doesn't come back. I think everyone prays for that. It doesn't seem to work.
Yeah.
About this lady. I heard
Is it
famous
this
people
game
come
where just sin comes back like every 1,000 years or something?
in. Every 10 years.
Oh shit.
It's rough,
okay.
yeah. Like in this game, the last time sin appeared was 10 years. It's only been 10 years.
I'm like, oh yeah, they've got a good 1,000 years. Like a lot of these people don't have to worry about it. It's like, no, every decade he just rocks back up. Like, hey.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They never know how long it takes. It's like sometimes it's like 10 years, sometimes it's 100 years. And they have a conversation about it's worth it to give people just like, 10 years, even if it's just a couple of years, so they don't have to worry and they can raise like children in peace.
You here to pray for victory too?
Look at these douchebags.
Pray? Who needs to pray? The
Luke,
Lucas-goers
who needs to
always
pray for victory?
Oh yeah? Then why you here?
I mean,
We've been praying.
I think if it kept coming back and murdering everyone every 10 years, I'd stop praying at this point.
You gonna do
Like, it really isn't helping that much, is it?
No.
It's
And
too
these are
bad
like our
your best
sporting
isn't
rivals.
good enough. Why even
Right.
bother showing up?
Man, you can tell as well they're not main characters because their faces are just JPEGs. Like, his face is a JPEG.
Play away. Just remember.
It reminds me of
play.
like the jump from
See you in the final.
RE4 on GameCube to PS2, where like because the PS2 was slightly weaker, all of like the NPCs' faces just became JPEGs instead. Like they were all just like flat. It's oh right, okay.
But Sir Jecht was a kind and gentle man.
And this is like where most of the story's conflict comes from of she knew
10 years after
Jecht,
he
your
left.
dad,
Just thinking about
and
my
Yuna's
old
like, he was a really nice man, and Titus like, he was a
Maybe
prick.
that was just my way of
He was
keeping
such a prick. So it can't be, and he doesn't believe it's the same guy. It's like, how could it possibly be the same guy? My dad was such a prick.
Hmm.
Fuck, he's
So,
lying.
no, he wasn't a prick. He just hated you.
Come on in. What we got? Let's go toss the place. There's got to be something good to steal in here. Go out for me. Oh, the Temple of Fire. Those who disobey the precepts and enter unsanctioned may forfeit their lives. May the Killica Beasts win this year's tournament. The Killica Beasts! So, like, every town has, like, their own spot. And Joe, the best ones are? It's the fucking Ronzo. We've got,
The
like,
Ronzo?
Kimahri's people. It's like, basically, imagine if Chewbacca entered a basketball tournament.
Oh, that's pretty sick. To
Because
be
they're
fair.
like 8 foot tall. I'm supposed to study real hard and be a nun, but I just want to run around and play at the beach. You know what, kid?
fair.
Live your dream.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Guess what? I really like studying the scriptures. The monks give us lots of sweets if we study hard. So look at that. Just the two,
Study hard, kids.
the dichotomy of man right there. I like studying. I don't want to study. I want to run around all day. How
I
would
think
you
one
know
of
about-
them's got things sorted out a lot more than the other.
Yeah. How would you know about Tidus's dad? We find out later in the game, but it has something to do with sin. Sin being like a giant gravity whale. Like, time dilates when you're near sin.
Got it.
It's that simple. Like, they tell you straight up right at the end of the game. Look at that. When
okay.
Lucas, when we win, this will be our victory pose. Like, that looks so shit. Gently wave his arms. I want to talk to Let's talk to Kimahri. Damn it! Just look at him, Lucas. No.
He doesn't want to talk, Karl.
Well, I was talking last time I streamed. There's a hidden mechanic in the game of if affection, and largely it is you end up with Yuna, and it affects like one or two things, which is Tidus's final limit break and one cutscene. And
Okay.
the more it's based on who you talk to first in cutscenes, or in moments like this. So if you always talk to Kimahri first and strategically ignore Yuna and Lulu at certain points, you and Kimahri bro out and go on like a snowmobile adventure together. Because the point is you're supposed to do it with one of the female characters, but technically Kimahri is included. So if you only talk to Kimahri, and like I do, always talk to him first, and exhaust all of his dialogue first, we might have a chance to bro out with Kimahri. So let's talk to Waka.
Lord O'Holland, guide our feet.
Got it. You know what? I'll pray. Why not? It's not like it can hurt, is it?
I mean, it could. Might hurt your back.
That's true.
Speaking of somebody where it's just like, oh, every now and then, just my back will hurt.
Oh, look at these characters. Can you tell these are shitbirds?
Summoner, are you?
Like, the guy looks so much like Raccoon from
My
Dragon
name
Ball.
is
Don't say
Yuna,
that. Don't say that
from
to
the
the
Isle
cat.
of
Look at him. I am Yuna.
Donna,
Look at that outfit.
so you're High Summoner Braska's daughter.
And that haircut.
I do think that, like,
Live up to.
I don't think the outfits look great, but
My,
they do look
And all these
very different from a lot of other Final Fantasy like characters.
I like the outfits in this game, with the exception
They've got
of...
very distinctive designs.
Yeah, with the exception of Lulu's, because it just makes no sense.
Quality of
Everyone else's outfits make sense based on where they are. Like, Waka's, he's wearing a sporting uniform. He's just wearing a more rudimentary version of Tidus's outfit, which is a sporting uniform. Barthello. And then Kimahri's like, you want some?
As many guardians as there are people I can trust.
He doesn't fucking mess about,
I
does he?
trust them all.
Because, like, she
with my
shit
life.
talks Yuna for having, like, 8 guardians, and then Kimahri steps up and's like, what?
Is a joy.
What are you gonna
and
do
an
about it?
honor.
I'm a giant fucking lion man.
Even more so than being my father's daughter.
Kimahri's
Of
like,
course.
you want to go?
I would never think of questioning your
So that's like a
orders
recurring
either.
theme of people making fun of Yuna for having so many
So,
guardians.
Lady
Like, but it means
Donna?
I've got people who I can trust.
I ask of
Mm-hmm.
you, please leave us in peace.
And yeah, like, Yuna's outfit is a cross between a like religious robes and a kimono.
Oh, cool.
She's
Okay.
got the kimono thing on the back, but also like long flowing robes. It's like a really good combination of
Guardian is
those.
someone a summoner can rely on.
But Lulu's outfit is so
Someone she can
incongruous
trust
with the rest of the
with her
universe.
I wondered, did Yuna feel that way about me?
Maybe. I'd like to think.
Maybe she will if you
She's
stop like
smiling
just
about
standing still and talking to yourself.
So. What's she smiling about? It doesn't matter. She's like, she knows me and Kimahri can be mates. Where is he? Where is he? I always.
She's already given up because she sees that like he's only interested in Kimahri, not me.
Because you always talk to Kimahri first. Right, let's go. In.
Like I can tell that
Let's go get a refit.
you've got a crush on one of the party members, and it's definitely not me.
The faith is below.
Look, let's do it. Let's go get her on.
The faith?
But first, the Cloister of Trials. Kimahri.
Oh, cloister.
Waka,
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
The Cloister of Trials.
Strength
coming
everyone.
in this giant Pokemon in here.
Can
Like,
you imagine if
let's
it
go.
was? Can you imagine if it was just a big cloister? Do you know what I love about this is while you're ready? Ugh! No, Kimahri!
Oh fuck's sake!
Gives.
You're not a guardian.
You're not a guardian.
No!
Just eat shit.
Thing is, Lucas, I'm going down. They aren't stopping me. I'm doing it.
We'll come back for you.
No, they won't. I'm still going fucking down. You just gotta wait. We got this. Do you plan on getting anima? Of course. I'll get all the. I'm pretty sure I remember I get all the destruction spheres. So we good.
I mean, that sounds pretty dangerous.
Yes. Basically, in each one of these places, you have to get a secret bit of hidden treasure, and if you get it in every single one of the Cloister of Trials, you gain access to anima, which is a secret final Aeon.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Not a guardian, you say?
Have you heard this as well? Look, not a guardian. So they try and push you in to force you to go down, so Yuna stops, gets told off. They try to get Yuna in trouble. Look like, no.
Hey, what's a big idea?
Just a little game.
No.
God damn.
Whoa. Realistically,
Yeah,
I could
right.
just take it back up.
This is bad.
I guess.
It's the second time my character's done this as well. Right, so let's figure it
Oh
out.
really?
My favourite song. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I want to go inside. Fuck you.
Only guardians allowed.
I sure am no
guardian.
I killed that bit of sin spawn though, like an absolute pro.
You did. Maybe you should be a guardian.
Well, I guess it's too late now.
Is there any way to like ask for a promotion?
I think you get upgraded to guardian after this, so you don't get in trouble.
Ah, right, yeah.
Are you doing a full treasure cloister? Yes, I literally just explained that. that you have to get treasure from every one of these things to unlock anima. And some of them you can't go back to, so... Yeah. The Kilika Sphere. So, can you tell the theme? The theme of Kilika. It's fire.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a musical theme.
No, just the theme of fire.
I was like, I can't tell if that's like another like Final Fantasy tune.
No, it's the theme of Kilika. It's